I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. A major development today in a Sullivan County murder case. Scott Sherwood pleaded guilty to a conspiracy charge for his role in the killing of Catherine Novak, whose body was found in the fire-damaged rubble of her home in the Sullivan County hamlet of Lava back in December of 2008. Sherwood admitted that he drove Paul Novak to the couple's home in exchange for money, then waited while Novak allegedly strangled his wife, then set the fire to cover up the crime. Sherwood is expected to get 3 to 12 years in prison. He is expected to testify against his co-worker at his trial, at Novak's trial, beginning next month. Paul Novak will face life in prison if he is convicted of first-degree murder. Governor Andrew Cuomo was at the Newburgh campus of SUNY Orange earlier today, part of his statewide tour to promote Startup New York, his tax-free program aimed at attracting and retaining new businesses through the creation of tax-free zones at and around SUNY campuses like Newburgh and at other locations upstate. Participating companies in Startup New York will not pay any taxes for 10 years as long as they create and maintain new jobs.
We studied all the best economic development programs all around the country, what's working, what's not, what's the best model, and the model to follow, regional-based, higher ed-driven public-private sector partnership.
State government is partnering with SUNY colleges and some private colleges as part of the initiative. Cuomo calls Startup New York a different approach that's needed to stem the flow of jobs and people from upstate who end up going out of state because of high New York taxes. Willie Bryant Jr. was brought into Goshen Village Court Wednesday. The 33-year-old Newburgh man owes close to $75,000 in back child support, and he was one of 3 men rounded up during the latest Orange County sting targeting deadbeats who owe thousands in child support payments. Bryant, along with 35-year-old Fred Hassenmayer of Pike County and 45-year-old James Conklin of Greentown, PA, now face criminal contempt charges. They were located by a joint task force that's been cracking down on those who fail to fulfill their child support obligations. To date, Operation OC Deadbeats has brought back more than 40 people who owe more than $1.4 million. Another Bryant is in the news. 27-year-old Travis Bryant of Kingston has been sentenced to 12 years in prison for breaking into the apartment of his ex-girlfriend last August, pouring tiki torch lighter fluid in the residence, then threatening to burn the apartment building down with everyone, including her 2 children, inside. Bryant had come to the apartment after his girlfriend had broken up with him. He was arrested after police located his DNA on the torch bottle. The finishing touches are being made on a section of the former Arden Hill Hospital complex in Goshen that will begin to serve about 500 Orange-Ulster BOCES students beginning September 1st. The $22 million renovation project involves about 2/3 of the hospital building. BOCES CEO Terrence Olivo says the use of the Arden Hill campus will relieve current BOCES space constraints and will allow them to consolidate operations that have been offered at 4 buildings throughout Orange County. Olivo says the conversion of Arden Hill from a hospital to a school will ultimately result in cost savings since fewer BOCES students will have to be sent out of county for their special education needs. Senator Charles Schumer calls it a slap in the face to students, their families, and the future of America. He is referring to the failed Senate vote Wednesday that allows the interest rates on government-subsidized Stafford student college loans to double to 6.8% from 3.4%. Some lawmakers want a long-term plan that would tie student loan borrowing to market rates. Unless a new deal is reached, students who take out new loans should expect to pay the higher interest rate. The trend is our friend. That message from Orange County Partnership President Maureen Hallahan today, who outlined a series of positive economic development trends and job-producing projects in the hopper. During a meeting of the Orange County Chamber of Commerce today, Hallahan says the county's rebounding from the recession, citing several examples, including the soon-to-be-constructed United National Foods Distribution Center in Montgomery with its 350 jobs. But Hallahan says for economic growth to continue, there needs to be more shovel-ready sites in the pipeline.
We need a portfolio of shovel-ready sites in Orange County, and we have to be very aggressive and we have to be very smart about getting them online. These developers are cautious about taking chances to go through those approval process. The generic approval processes are very expensive. If we can find a way to offset some of that expense and have them pay it back, we'll keep our portfolio rich with properties.
And there was this from Lawrence Gottlieb, the president of the Hudson Valley Economic Development Corporation. He told chamber members our long-term recovery is being hurt by the creation of more part-time jobs and not enough full-time jobs. And do you recognize this man? If you do, you can help City of Kingston police solve a 25-year-old cold case mystery. This photo was found in the wallet of a man whose body was found in a wooded area off Pine Grove Avenue near Wildwick Cemetery back in August of 1988. The man had died of a single self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police were never able to identify him, but they did find this picture in his wallet. They're unsure if the photograph is of the deceased man, but they're hoping in this age of technology that someone may recognize the man in the photo and help them unravel the mystery. Anyone with information is asked to call Kingston Police, the Detective Division, at 845-331-1671. The weather should be better this weekend, but in the meantime, we may have even more thunderstorm activity to contend with again tomorrow. Friday will be partly sunny with the chance of a passing shower or thunderstorm. The highs will be in the low 80s. Saturday will be mostly sunny with a slight chance of a late-day thunderstorm. Temperature Saturday will top out around 85 degrees. Get the news when you want it right here at Record Online, and get caught up on all that is happening by starting your day with the Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.